Hey, what's going on everyone? Shiva Sapkota here with another Tesla video. Today I've got an interesting product for you all. You know how we have seen the motorized sunroof shades for Tesla Model 3 and Model Y? Now somebody made a front windshield motorized sunshades where if you just press a button here, it actually automatically goes up and closes the front windshield. So you don't have to use the collapsible one anymore if you want to keep this installed on your car. I'm going to show you how to do the installation, put it through some testing and let you know what I think. But I'm always interested in your feedback. So as you are watching the video, please let me know in the comment section below your thoughts about this product, if this is a genius solution or something very ghetto that stays in your car. Let me know. So this product was sent to us free of charge by Tesla C. They have got a lot of Tesla products, so if you are in need of Tesla accessories, they have got a whole suite of it. We have reviewed a lot in the past. And if you go here to the product page, they show you all how this functions and everything. And then this is applicable for all Tesla Model 3s or Ys, depending on what you have. So you just add to cart. I'm going to show you how you can save some money. So if you go to the discount code here and put SHIVATES, so Shiva Tesla, and then you hit apply. That goes from $249, $64 discount here to $184.26. I'll let you be the judge if this is worth it or not, but that's how you save some money. This discount code is affiliate code, so we do earn a very small commission at no additional cost to you, which greatly helps us bring videos like this in the future. Thank you very much. Let's continue. So they send this on this big tube, fully protected here. There's just going to be wiring and everything all embedded. So let's take it out and see what this looks like. So this is what it looks like when you take it out of the package. This is actually really simple. Of course, this is a metal piece here, and this goes on the windshield and it attaches. This is the cup that attaches, and then there's this guy here that we're gonna put it on the dash. I'll show you how to do this. And then there's just the wiring here. There is the power button that you're gonna use to actuate it. And then this is a OBD port. That is not the typical OBD that we use on the A-pillar of the car. This is the one that actually stays right by the passenger side. This is available on the newer cars like the Highland or the Juniper. Now, if you don't have that, they share an extension where you plug this into the OBD and then you take this and then put it on the 12-volt outlet on the armrest area for the older cars. That's what we're gonna be doing because this is our older Model Y, and I'm gonna be showing you how to do that here. So that's super simple. There's just this one wiring, a shorter wiring if it is a newer car, a little bit longer wiring if it is an older car, but this is all in one piece here. And everything that you should need is a screwdriver, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a pry tool. That's it. Let's go ahead and get it started. So for this, the cups needs to face towards the front because this goes on the windshield. Now the first order of business is to take this and basically slide this into the corner here as far as you can take it into the dash. So that's it. We're just gonna set this for a little bit. I'll show you how to do the install here, but just set this to the corner as far into the front as possible. Now, before you set this down and permanently install that, I would recommend doing a quick check because the height may be a little bit short, so we may have to adjust it and it becomes tedious to adjust after you install it. So for the wiring, you can just do a quick check by putting this on the OBD on the front on this corner here if your car has it. Newer cars have it, so you can just plug this in. You're good to go. Now for older cars, you're gonna use the extension that they send. So basically you're gonna plug this OBD adapter that they sent here, and then the other side of it is simply a 12-volt. So what we can do is come here, and underneath here, you're gonna see the 12-volt. So we are simply going to open this up and then put that 12-volt in there. So the cigarette lighter port, then that becomes there. Now, we can do a quick check. Now to check this, you just have to press this down. So press this down, now the power is on. Now you just have to press on the button here. And if you look at it there, the first time it might come a little bit of a... So there you go. If you look at it there, the height is not adjusted because I still have this much left. So I'm gonna have to rotate a knob down there to fit that in. This is why I recommend doing a quick height check before installing it. So let me show you how to do the height adjustment. So to adjust the height, locate this blue strip here, and inside the blue strip, there is gonna be a little knob. Let me zoom in there and show you. So if you look at that, there is that little knob right here, and that is the knob that we need to adjust the height. So what you do is take a pry tool or something small like a flathead screwdriver, and then you rotate that knob. So more you rotate towards the front, the height is gonna get adjusted, so it will come more and more. So depending on the car model, they can't pre-adjust this. You can adjust this yourself by just rotating this little thing right there. So I rotated that knob and did some height adjustment. Let's pop this out and see now how much it would cover. And if we still need to do some height adjustment. So it looks like I still have a little bit left. So that's why becomes a little bit of a trial and error. So I'm gonna rotate this even more and then see if I can get that closed out fully. We're getting very close here. I think I've got to a pretty good spot with the trial and error here. You do have to put this out, the visor, so that it can provide a little bit more support to this so that you can close it. This is like the temporary shades as well. I think that's pretty good. So I will keep that adjustment. Now let me show you how you need to secure this, everything. At the edge here, you see that little hub there, the cup that you need to go and put it on the windshield so it grabs onto it. So that is the corner there, and you do that on both sides. So this side, and you're gonna do that on the exact same thing on the other side as well. Now, this needs to be pulled out and put it on the dash here. For that, as you see, it doesn't move right now because it's kind of stuck. So we have to use a screwdriver to loosen this. Now we need to adjust this so that it is flat on the dash. And to do that, you just have to take your screwdriver, Phillips head, loosen this. That would allow you to completely rotate this pin here. If you look at it there, and then you can just face this towards the bottom and then make sure that this is still on the back. It is still attached to the windshield that way, and then this is flat on the ground there. You can undo the 3M adhesive from the bottom pin here, so you can remove that and then attach to the dash. Or if you don't want the glue, I think this is fine. I don't think this is gonna go anywhere. So you just put this flat and you can adjust it by pushing the pin. Once this is flat here, you can go ahead and take your screwdriver and secure this in its place so it doesn't move. So now this is going to be super secured right here. It's not gonna fly out. But as I say, you can use the 3M adhesive to put it on this speaker grill here. So secure this. This is good to go. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Now, exact same thing here. You need to make sure that the windshield cup is mounted right so that it is attached to the windshield on the back there. So that's what you need to do. And then this one, we just have to loosen it so that we can rotate this to be facing towards the bottom so it stays on the dash like that. Push towards the front and then secure this in its place. And once you secure it, this is going to be pretty secured here. Now to hide this screw, they do send you a little cap that you can put. So it is less obvious that it is a screw there. It kind of looks less visible. Now for this wiring here, what you can do is take a pry tool and basically try to insert it behind the headliner piece here. You don't have to take out any panels or anything. Just tuck it behind the headliner piece here to hide the wire coming out, and you just follow that same protocol, kind of pushing it down under the dash so that that could be hidden. And then let me show you on the side. Now for this button, they send you a little 3M Velcro sheet because this has a Velcro in the back, so that what you can do is peel this off and then just stick it like right here so that the button would be kind of in a hidden discrete position. So you could just leave the button in the close here. Now on the side here, you could just push this using a pry tool as well to hide as much cable, or you can completely remove these panels. You can just prop this out using a pry tool and then remove it and then tuck it inside there as well. It just depends on your OCD level and how much wiring you want to see or not, but you could hide it that way. So for the newer cars, your power connection is going to be directly underneath the steering wheel panel here. You just go down and you're going to find an OBD connector. This is for the Highland or Juniper, but for older cars, this is not going to be it. So for this new car, it's super easy. You just plug it into this place. And then for the newer car, let me show you how you can route it to the 12-volt outlet. Now for those who need to route this wire to the 12-volt outlet, you can go through this gap here. There's almost always a gap, but you can prop this open slightly if you look at it here, and then just simply start routing this wire to the other side. And you just have to keep following that throughout. Put it under that area there and then take it to the 12-volt. So now this is fully installed. Let's go over how this actually works. This is super simple. The button has a back here where this is the power. So if this is released, if you press it here, nothing happens. So that needs to be pressed in. So you have to press this. Now, if we were to press this button, you see that it goes. And if you press it again, it just goes back. So open, close it. So that's how this works. Now, if you want to stop it midway, so if you do this and if you want to stop it there, you just release this power button and it just stops right on the track. And if you press this power button again, it just goes back up and then fully closes your sunshade. So that's how it operates. Again, pressing this once, we'll just go and open this. So then you will see it. So super simple, one button operation here. And how this covers, it covers a pretty good chunk. You just have to do some trial and error again, as I said earlier, to figure out the exact height. But it comes in, it goes through that opening there, and it actually sorted itself out. If you look at it there, it almost folded, but then it came through and then it covers it. Now with these visors, you don't have to, but as you see, like there may be some areas that it doesn't cover. It would be great to just cover that as well with the visor, so I would recommend that. This visor also provides some additional support in case this does tend to lean this way. It doesn't right now, it is pretty strong and it stays in its place, but in case it does lean, I would recommend putting this visor in, but does a pretty good job at covering everything. And how this works is nothing much more than like a standing desk, right? A standing desk has a motor there and it just rotated that axle and then it just comes in and out, and that's essentially what it is doing. And this actually gets a support from this bracket here. So these are the ones that are connected to the motor that are hooked in here that are pulling this fabric up and down because they are hooked in right here. Now these are essentially like, tape measure, where you have the retractable mechanism on the tape measure. This is what it is. So they're using that. It is a pretty genius solution, honestly, to be able to do this whole thing without needing the support on the top. So that's basically it. There's nothing much to it. It is pretty loud when you are operating it, but you're not going to be operating this so much. So it's just like, once or twice a day. I don't mind the noise, but it could get pretty loud here. So if you are, concerned about that, then perhaps this is not a product for you, but it does work. It does what it is supposed to do. So I'm going to show you the outside view. So you do that. It just goes through. It covers it. Press the button. It comes out, and if I want to stop, I could stop midway and then release this. So we're on the road here, nothing concerning. I can speed up, I can slow down, and it is still holding it in place. No rattling at all, which is good, because I was worried that this thing was just going to rattle, and it is not doing that. We're going through some of these manhole covers here, and no issues so far. Even going fast, braking it, turning it is not coming off. So again, I was worried about that with the windshield, the suction cups being so small, if this was gonna be an issue, but I haven't seen anything out of ordinary here. I mean, I'm not saying that if you get in a crash, this is not just going to come flying out. There is always that risk. Whatever you put, even a phone mount that you put in the front, it's always going to be a risk that it's just gonna come forward, because in a crash, of course, that little suction cup is not gonna hold it in place. But for everyday driving, even as I say, going through some bumps and applying the brakes, going fast, it is not doing anything. It's not moving. There's no rattles, if that is what you're concerned about. Looks like this is pretty straightforward here, but I mean, every case is different depending on where you live. If you have a lot of potholes, maybe this is going to rattle, but just from my quick testing here, I don't see anything that is concerning for a daily drive. So here are my thoughts about this product. I think it is outside of the box thinking. We haven't seen a product like this in the past for a windshield, right? We have seen it for the top glass, but not for a windshield. So kudos to them for thinking about something new, something different. So that definitely caught my attention when they reached out about this product. It works great when you need it. A specific niche for this product, though, is for someone who always constantly is needing to use the front windshield cover. If you park at a location that just gets a lot of sun and you are tired of using the collapsible one, removing it, putting it up, and you wanted something that is permanent in there. If you are in Florida, if you are in Colorado where you get a lot of sun during the summer and you're always just wanting to have a permanent thing in there, this is a product for you. But if you are a user that barely needs to put this on, you park at the airport every now and then, and you wish that you had a sunshade, then I think you could still go with the collapsible one, because that is just, once in a while that you need it, not every day. So for everyday users that need to cover their front windshield, this is a great product because it's a motorized option where you don't have to remove it. Now, execution-wise, I think they could have done a little bit of a better job with this. It takes up a lot of space, first of all. I think it needs a curved angle. This is a quick installation, so they made a quick product, but like a curved one would be a little bit better. That goes with the contour of the windshield rather than just a flat rod in the front. It is also pretty loud. I don't know what they can do to adjust that, but you're not going to be operating this constantly on and on and off, so maybe that doesn't matter. Now, one big thing that I just thought about is that with the way that this is mounted, I know they try to make it as strong as possible, but if you do get into a crash, like this could come flying out. So I would want you to be cautious about that approach as well, because it's just something that is attached to the car. It's not permanent. I mean, that you can make that same argument about anything like a phone mount, instrument cluster display that you put out there, but those are at least secured with bolts and things in the front, versus this one, it just feels like it is a metal rod that is sitting in the front. So I wanted to be also clear about that, because I was doing some road testing right now and I just thought about that. But overall, a useful product for those of you who need this product, very specific group of people, I would say. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts. Is this, outside of the box thinking? What are your thoughts? Like, do you like it? Do you not like it? Anything that you want to let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give us a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and come back again soon.